Fox Hollow Farm is the former residence of the alleged serial killer Herb Baumeister. This 18-acre horse farm includes an 11,000 square foot Tudor-style home built in the 1970s and is surrounded by horse pastures and dense woods. The seemingly devoted husband and father is believed to have strangled young men he met at gay bars and then buried their bodies in a mulch pile in the side of his yard, burned them out back, pulverized their bones, and also reportedly used bones as gravel for his yard. After Herb and his family resided in the property for a number of years, police eventually gained access to Fox Hollow, where they discovered 6,000 bone fragments and concluded that the bones belonged to at least 11 people, perhaps as many as 20. Only 8 male victims were ever identified. The names of the identified victims are Roger Allen Goodlett, Manuel M. Resendez, Stephen S. Hale, Richard D. Hamilton, Johnny Bayer, Alan Wayne Broussard, Jeff Allen Jones, and Michael Kern. But Herb's story doesn't end there. It's believed he's responsible for dozens of deaths of men and teenage boys over 2 decades, most commonly by strangulation. Authorities later connected the slayings of 9 to 16 in Indiana and Ohio in the late 80s and early 90s. All the victims were between the ages of 15 and 29, with ties to the gay community in Indianapolis, whose nude or partially nude bodies were found dumped into shallow streams across central Indiana and western Ohio. The suspect of these crimes was nicknamed the I-70 Strangler. These killings stop after Herb purchases Fox Hollow Farm. Coincidence? The authorities don't think so. But the full story of Herb Baumeister went to his grave. He died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound in Canada before he was ever able to answer any of these accusations. On my quest to visit as many of the haunted locations in the state of Indiana as possible, and due to the generosity of my friends at No Nonsense Paranormal who gave me this invite, on April 28th, 2018, I had the chance to go visit Fox Hollow Farm myself. After years of hearing the multiple tales about this haunted property, I was out to determine not only if there were still specters of victims there, but specifically had thoughts of capturing a name of one of the unidentified lost souls still wandering that estate. Then there was Herb. Could the killer himself be stalking those halls, the grounds, possibly still assaulting his victims on the other side of the veil? Please note, most responses are heard upon review and not in real time. Changes in the video's filter visually mark the replies that were the most significant. Those various audio responses have been enhanced, repeated, and sometimes slowed down. As always, we do not offer this video as irrefutable evidence of the paranormal, nor do we claim our annotations are 100% conclusive. All we're asking is that you please approach the data presented here with a curious mind, and that you wear damn headphones. Fox Hollow Farm. Yeah, seriously here. First EVP session. Not only did I mispronounce Herb's last name a million times during this investigation, I seemingly forgot to put my phone on airplane mode, so that annoying whining sound you hear in the background is completely my mistake, and it's terrible, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Sorry. It was JS in the background. Is there anybody down here that would like to talk to me? I know there are a lot of people who met their untimely demise in this house at the hands of Herb Baumeister. I hate that happened. But if any of you are here and would like to communicate with us tonight, would like to know your name, there's a red light on this recorder that you can speak into. Could you possibly tell me your name?
Speaking to. Could you possibly tell me your name?
My name's Matthew. What's your name?
My name's Matthew. What's your name? My name's Matthew. What's your name?
Pick this recorder up. Were you murdered in this basement? How did you die?
How did you die?
If you're a victim of Herb Baumeister, I'm really sorry what happened to you. Is there anything that we can do to help you? Is Herb Baumeister here?
Is Herb Baumeister here? Herb Baumeister here.
In some of my previous videos, I've talked about the curse and blessings of using a Panasonic DR60 recorder. And here's a prime example of me catching a Class A EVP simply on the microphone of my phone, and then the Panasonic picks it up as well. And you're going to hear the crystal clear difference between the two. And I guess the good thing about it is it at least is proof that the Panasonic does work. Can you state what your name is? Can you state what your name is?
Can you say what your name is? You're down here. Can you say what your name is? Down here.
Or if you're down here, can you give me a sign of your presence? Can you move something, shut a door, make your presence known?
Make your presence known. Did you die in here? No.
Did you die in here or in the pool?
Did you die in here or in the pool?
Alright, I'm gonna play this back. Next, we moved to the apartment above the garage and did some ITC experiments. Once upon a time, there was a man named Joe who lived there who had all kinds of reports of haunted activity, such as an unexplained knocking on the exterior door to physical assaults. Here we use the original Emmett House Geobox. Can you say hello? Hi. Who are we talking to? Herb.
Whoa. You said that before, it's like Herb. That was clear.
Hey, Herb. Herb, is this where you hide? He did it. How many spirits are on this property? 9 spirits? How many are in the house?
Where did you dispose of the bodies? have a name of the victims? One of them? Alan.
Holy shit. Is Alan here?
What color shirt does Alan have on?
Blue?
What I have in my head. I heard a different.
What color shirt does Alan wear?
Was killing all those men the only way you could get off?
There's a lot going on the other side. I mean, there's several voices trying to come through, and they're all different voices.
Not a female voice.
How many people did Herb Baumeister kill?
It doesn't.
Herb, I'm calling you out. You need to talk.
Did you say piss off?
Yes, it did.
He's bigger than you, Herb. Who's upset with us? Herb.
Well, if we're talking to one of Herb's victims, I mean, you no disrespect at all. I'm very sorry for what happened to you. If I'm talking to Herb, give me some answers.
Edward. Who's Edward? We're dead. Who's dead? Who knocks on the door here? Says like Alan again. You know, are you here, Alan? You're done talking? Work me? Maybe.
Who's in the bedroom? What's your name? Alan. Alan, is that you in the bedroom?
All right, thank you. Huh.
I went up to the master bathroom with Marlena and Brad of No Nonsense, and it's reported that the spirit of Herb likes to hang out there. People have reported seeing his apparition staring out the master bath window, which faces west towards the woods where Herb discarded his victims. There we conducted a EVP and Ghostbox session featuring the AGBX3 from Andre's Ghostbox.
Is this your bathroom, Herb? Do you not like women in your bathroom? Did you like to stand here and watch your mulch pile?
This is when I started hearing faint footsteps and knocking coming from the master bedroom that was right beside me, off to my left-hand side.
Twice I've heard something. And more towards the bedroom.
Can you touch that antenna in there? In there?
Here?
What the fuck?
I hope you guys heard that.
Yeah.
Are you in the other room? Can you come in here, please? Here, I'll move out the doorway so you can come in.
This next EVP, to me, is the most startling I've ever heard captured from Fox Hollow. If there could ever be one definitive piece of data to support the concept of Herb Baumeister haunting Fox Hollow Farm, this is it.
Can you say who you are?
Can you say who you are? Can you say who you are?
Did Herb just walk into the bathroom and refer to himself as the killer? Hard to say, but what an amazing catch.
There's shadows moving out there. Just to your left on your camera. Yeah, right in there is where I was seeing them.
Can you give us a sign that you're still here?
Sign that you're still here. Sign that you're still here.
That was crazy strong. Whatever that was out there.
Mm-hmm. Maybe we should move out to that middle between the two bathrooms for a bit.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea.
Okay, why is the floor still knocking when we're not moving?
Yeah. Did you leave this room?
Did you leave this room? Did you leave this room?
Let me try to run this box real quick.
Sure.
Can you say where we're at?
Say leave.
Who wants us to leave?
If you ever doubted the possibility of intelligent and direct replies from a ghost box, pay attention.
Whose house is this? How many spirits are on this property? Can you say one of our names in this room?
Present and Neil. If you'd like to. Or show.
Somebody heard something.
It sounds like it's a Joe, which was the guy that used to live in the apartment.
How many spirits are here?
Twenty.
20?
An 18. Stuck it.
Stop it.
Where's Tiny at? I swear you said he dropped it.
I know.
Did you hear that too?
Yeah.
Am I drunk?
This next response goes back to my theory that when you immerse yourself into paranormal investigating and you get the attention of whatever entities we're dealing with, it starts to act like, for example, Facebook Messenger. As in, when you're online and open to spirit communication, possibly any energy you've connected with before, regardless of location, can see that you're available, accessible, and they can reach through and communicate with you in spite of your physical location. Like, watch this next clip. It seems that someone gets frustrated and reaches out to establish that it's familiar with me. Even gives me the name of my grandson, and then reveals his name is Dixon, which I believe is Henry Dixon from the Big Tunnel in Tunnelton, Indiana, who has made himself known in multiple ITC experiments of mine that you can see right here on the Paraholics YouTube channel. Right after that, I ask about another haunted location in the state of Indiana, the Monroe House in Hartford City. I ask about this just to see what kind of reply I might elicit. The Monroe House is said to be haunted due to occult conjuring. The responses here are astonishing.
Who dropped the ghost box? You may have heard my name. Hey, who's in the Monroe house?
Did it say spirits hear you talking?
Maybe. Maybe. Spirit boxes throw so much at you.
Right.
Well, if you try communicating with us, we appreciate it. Thank you.
That's the band.
Brad Ferris and I made our way out into the night, out into the woods to the area near where Herb once kept his bodies in shallow graves. There we conducted an EVP and ghost box session. Just listen to this.
We're out here trying to communicate with any spirits associated with Fox Hollow Farm. Can you please come forward and talk to us? Are you lost in the woods?
Seriously. Great match.
Joe and Hennessy.
The king. Piece of a queen.
Is there a Joe here?
7. The one. Guaranteed. Stores. Right.
Mom had fun. I became Christ. Then everyone.
That's right. Are you confused why you're in this woods? Do you remember what happened to you? Try to use this black device in my hand to speak through.
Or right now. Oh, no. Fuck it.
Did you hear that?
Game. It takes.
Are you getting frustrated? Is that why you're saying fuck it?
Fuck you. You blind. Alcohol. Thursday. This one. 799. Free.
Who said fuck it?
Wait for those. When? Even. This depression. Never hurt. Show up. Prado to.
Did Herb Baumeister kill you and bury you in this, or leave you in this ground? Who's the guy in the red shirt that walks these woods? Is your name Michael?
Skeletons of mystery still surround Fox Hollow Farm, and plenty of unconnected bones left in the wake of Herb Baumeister. Who were the unidentified victims he left scattered behind? Was Herb the I-70 strangler? It's amazing that the home of a serial killer still stands. Even more startling that this house and the soil it's upon speaks to us to this day, even though some of the messages were vile, ugly, and uncomfortable. But the intelligent replies, including names of the victims, and possibly hearing from the killer himself. There's no doubt in my mind that Fox Hollow Farm should be treated as hallowed ground until the victims of Herb can finally find peace.